Had a interesting couple of days, but beautiful week. You know, ready for a nice weekend again.
Yeah, I think we're going to have one this weekend.
I think
Looks
so.
like it.
I think so. So, who do we have in our studio today? Kind of making us laugh before the show.
I know, we're having a good time. She's a dear friend, and she just opened a brand new business. It's Sarah Duval Pearson, and she is the owner. And also, you are also one of the teachers, and you're the artistic director of the Cherry Hill Performing Arts Center, and she just opened last weekend. So congratulations on your opening.
Thank you very much.
It's nice to have you on Morning Coffee.
Thank you for having me.
So fill us in. What is happening in your new space?
Well, I will be offering singing, dancing, acting, audition preparatory classes. I'm going to have some masters there. I have a couple Broadway stars lined up.
Oh, that's exciting.
Cool.
Yes. And eventually I would love to do a cabaret.
That's always fun.
Yes,
yeah,
which will feature Tuda Toscani's restaurant. We're going to pair up and do a dinner and a show.
Oh, that's fun.
Now,
that would be great.
I'm not a performing person. What's a cabaret?
Yes, you are. You're on Morning Coffee. You're performing every
now
morning.
Now I am performing, yeah. But
well, if you would do this and then throw in a little song, then you can consider that a cabaret.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
So if I sing the Morning Coffee, that's a cabaret?
Yes.
All right, that's not going to happen.
Morning Coffee Cabaret.
A Morning Coffee Cabaret.
Well, maybe come on and get that started.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
So a cabaret is where you actually, you set up sort of cafe-style tables, and usually you have either food or wine or tapas or whatever your theme is.
Yes.
And then various performers come in and
So is that
sing.
like where like the back in you see the mobster movies with the women with the big dresses and they're kind of doing like they're kicking up?
That's a can-can.
Oh, that's a can-can. All right. See, I don't know this stuff.
Okay, that's the can-can.
I know that's a can-can. All right, I'll shut up, everybody. Can-can.
I am also doing a musical theater camp in July for kids.
Oh,
We're going
that's
to do
cool.
Annie Jr.
Oh, nice. So when does that run?
That runs July 6th to the 30th.
Okay. Is it every day?
It's during the day, Monday to Thursday from 9 to 3. And then they'll be able to stay after for aftercare for those parents.
Oh,
that
that's
have to
great.
Work. Yes.
And what ages for camp?
You have to be going into first grade.
Okay, so is
First
it
grade.
first through high school?
First through high school, yes. But my classes during the week will be ages 4 all the way through adults. I'm having adult classes as well.
Adult dance classes,
Adult musical theater dance classes.
Put me on that list.
Okay.
Do you find that a lot of the younger generation is coming on board with it? I mean, I'll tell you why. Because it seems like every time I talk to someone and they're in theater, we do an interview, it's like they couldn't do it during high school and younger, but they do it now. And they always say, I wish I could have. But do you find that they're really starting to gravitate towards that?
Absolutely. I feel like there aren't a lot of musical theater schools around, so they're forced to do it either recreationally, and there's not a lot of information as far as auditions are concerned, so parents don't know where to take their children to be a part of it. And then they do wait till they get to high school, and then they try out for the one-act plays or the musicals in high school. And they didn't have a lot of schools. When I was growing up, we had Triple Threat Performing Arts Center.
Well, let's talk about your journey, because I know you were at Triple Threat. You performed at the Ritz. You
Triple
performed
Threat?
in New York.
That sounds like a gang. You part of a gang?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the actors' gang.
Triple Threat. Do you know what that means?
No.
It means you can sing, you can dance, and you can act. So you have triple
cool.
the talent. Yes.
So you're a badass then.
Oh, is that allowed?
Yeah,
sure.
You allowed to say that word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I am.
So, Sarah, you started out at Triple Threat. Were you in grade school or in high school?
No, actually. I started more in my 20s.
Okay.
Yes. But it was just becoming hugely popular then, and we did a lot of musicals. Drew Malatsky was one of the artistic directors. He and I went to high school together, so we have that Cherry Hill, root in our blood, which is why I wanted to keep this in Cherry Hill and bring it back. Because when Triple Threat closed their doors, they
what
didn't have
happened to
anything.
all of their students and all their performances that
They
they
are
offered?
famous now. We got a lot of famous people from Cherry Hill.
Yeah,
a lot of talent.
Now, do you dance any type of dance? Or
So the cool thing about the whole musical theater is there are all styles of dance in musical theater, as everyone
Right.
knows. There's jazz, there's tap, there's ballet, there's
Modern.
funk, hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, so instead of having a typical dance studio where you would have to pick a style of dance, musical theater dance will encapsulate like all of those styles. So if you sign up for a session, my sessions are going to be quarterly, so about 12 to 14 weeks a piece. If you're, you would only really be committed to, say, you're going to do a tap number from 42nd Street.
Right.
The first couple weeks you would learn a dance, and then if you didn't really like it, you knew that wouldn't be forever.
Right.
So
you go
the
into
next week you would have, maybe something from Newsies or, another show.
But I think that's interesting because you know what, in that world, in that industry, if you're really going to play with the big boys, you're going to be asked to do anything. So you should learn to do anything.
Absolutely.
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's. I've always found it interesting that you have opera singers. We don't dance. I go, but you're in an opera. You really should know how to move while you're singing. And then you have other Shakespearean actors. We don't dance.
Right.
You really should know anyway. If you are an actor and you want to be a true performer, you should really be engaged in all areas. You don't have to be the best in any of it, but you should know it.
You're absolutely right. I cannot tell you how many auditions I've gone on where there's such a stereotype with singers can't dance, or it's singers who move.
That's it. What is that? Singers who move. I can never understand it. We'll have a movement audition. Where are we moving to?
Right,
what is the movement audition?
Right.
Are we dancing?
It's basically you can like step, touch.
Right.
And then the same with, say I started teaching voice out of my house, and a lot of my vocal students aren't comfortable with dance. So we started talking about, maybe you should take a dance class to be able to go into an audition very confident, knowing that you could pick up a combination.
Right.
And then vice versa.
Right.
And with a dancer who doesn't really feel comfortable singing, you get stuck in one style.
Well, that's me. I'm the dancer that I'm not comfortable singing.
Okay. So this school will allow and enable performers to try things in a very positive atmosphere, whether you're just doing it recreationally or whether you want to go on to college to do it. I'm trying to have an environment where you can just be yourself, build confidence, explore whether you want to go forward with more of the singing, whether you want to go forward with more of the acting, or whether you want to stick with dance.
I think that's great. So back to you. So you started at Triple Threat, and I know that you did have some time in New York too as well, right?
I did. I started college. Funny story, my father said, well, if you're going to be a Broadway star and you don't make it, you have to have something to fall back on.
Backup plan.
So I was like, okay, I'll be a nurse because
I don't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh, well, don't tell many people that because I didn't get very far with nursing school. But nurses have odd schedules where you can work at night and maybe go to auditions during the day. So I went for a year and I was like, forget this.
Oh, boy.
And I moved to New York 3 months shy of my 21st birthday. And I was one of the first Ellen Stardust diners.
Oh, I love it in there.
Waitresses.
That's so fun. Fill Keith in on the restaurant.
Well, you know what? Let's take a quick commercial break.
Good idea.
And we'll come back with the restaurant.
Great, there's commercials.
We do.
We'll be right back.
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
Looking for a cooking oil with a light flavor and reduced absorption so food preserves its natural flavor? One with a high smoke point for stir-frying, sautéing, grilling, and baking? Then choose all-natural Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil, imported from France. Grapes have been a key ingredient of the healthy Mediterranean diet for years. Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is the chef's choice for high-heat cooking, grilling, stir-frying, sautéing, or even deep frying. And Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is great for baking too, because its delicate taste does not overwhelm the flavor of cakes, cookies, and other favorite recipes. A key traditional ingredient of the Mediterranean, grapeseed oil is a rich source of vitamin E antioxidant and naturally gluten-free. Buy imported Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil today and find great recipes at Pompeian.com.
Wait, don't let this happen to you. At Jan Fence, we're family owned and operated for over 50 years, providing a wide choice of fencing. Why wait online at the big box store? Just call Jan Fence. Ask about our Easy Fence to Go products by Active Yards, the first truly do-it-yourself fence product.
At Jan Fence, we always do what we say. Come see us today.
Step into an extraordinary world that will excite your senses. Experience our delectable MUGHLAI cuisine and the magic of tandoori savoir-faire. Let our international award-winning team delight you with a taste of heaven. Enjoy our mouth-watering flavors and our unique flair for excellence. Savor the elegance of fine dining and catering. Shazam Restaurant. Indulge your taste buds.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Back, I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my co-host Charlene Chamberlain and Char, who's our very funny guest.
We're on with Sarah Duval Pearson, and she is the owner of the brand new Cherry Hill Performing Arts Center. And right before the break, we were talking about her stint at Ellen's Stardust Diner.
Oh boy.
One of my favorites when I go to New York. I was there, last time's been probably a couple of years. It was kind of crazy, busy in there, and very loud and boisterous and noisy and all those great things that you expect in New York, but it was a lot of fun. So what happened to you? How did you get there?
Well, I haven't been there in years.
Okay. So you were there in the very early days.
I was. The restaurant didn't even exist. They were under construction.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay.
So I saw an ad in the newspaper.
That was a
Not
backstage.
sure you all know what that is because most people don't read them anymore.
True.
But back in the day, you had to wait for the newspaper to come out, the Village Voice.
Or backstage too.
Yes, and then you had to quickly look through and see all the auditions.
Yes.
So in there it had hiring singing waitresses, and I went to the Iridium, which is in Lincoln Center. They have a jazz club in the basement, and I sang a song, and this was on a Sunday. And she said, "Oh, that was great. Can you start on Tuesday?" And I was like, okay, sure. Because you got to make it work. If you really want it,
right.
you got to make
do
it work.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I did. I started there. I trained in the diner on, I think it's 47th and 7th, because the other one wasn't open yet.
Right.
And then when the other one opened, there we were.
Wow. How long were you there?
I was only there for about 6 months.
Oh, that's long.
Well, because I got another job. In New York, when you're trying to make it, you kind of hop around to, make ends meet.
So what brought you back here?
Well, I started working for a company called Pomp, Duck, and Circumstance. It was a German company. They came over.
Say that fast. A couple
Pomp. Well, it was like the pomp and circumstance, da 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 da.
Right.
Okay.
And then their main course was duck. It was like this velvet mirrored tent and it was like theater in the round, and they had like aerial artists and jugglers and things like that. And they did 4 courses, and the main course was duck, and they traveled around. The company's now owned by Cirque du Soleil.
Interesting.
Yes, but I traveled with them. So I went to Atlanta, Georgia during the 96 Summer Olympics.
Nice.
And they didn't do very well down there. So they closed and left, and I went back to Cherry Hill, where I'm from, and the rest is history.
Right. And now you have a school.
Now I have a school.
Right.
But I continue to perform.
Yes, I know.
And have children. I would do like a child and then a show, and then a child and then a show, and then a child and then a show.
Well, let's talk about shows. I mean, it is a pretty big time commitment if you are doing any type of theater, musical theater, straight theater. The rehearsal schedule alone is a killer. It's usually 3-4 nights a week, right?
Yes. Well, if you're doing it just
locally,
yes, it's usually 3 nights a week.
Right.
Yes. So most people have a real job, and then they do the rehearsals in the evenings.
Right. And then you have to also earmark time for all the performances.
Correct.
And that's usually every weekend.
Yes, and maybe a Wednesday or Thursday.
Right, and maybe a Wednesday or Thursday. But if you're big time and you're on Broadway, that's a whole different schedule there.
Yes. So when I was doing stuff at the Walnut, that is what
they treat it that way.
Yes. So I joined. I became an EMC, an equity membership candidate, to get your equity points to be in the union. And once you're in the union and you get cast in an actual show, then that's really your full-time job. I mean, it goes from 9 to 5, just like any other job, and you're there Monday through, not Monday, Monday's equity
dark day,
Tuesday to Sunday. So it's a lot. It's a big commitment.
Yeah.
But is it a paid gig though?
It's a paid gig.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
paid,
you're getting
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's your full-time job.
Right. That's your full-time
And what is
job.
it? You said you have to get a certain amount of what points?
Points.
Yeah.
So what do you do for points? You have to do different shows, or
Well, you have to get cast in an equity show.
okay.
So once you get cast in an equity show, they give you an application to apply
For
to
equity.
earn points, and you get 1 point per work week that you're working
Gotcha.
within that theater.
Right.
Okay. So you know what? Just for anybody that's just starting out in the industry, what is a tip you can give them? Don't do it.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give
Never
up.
give up.
Never hold back. Don't ever hold back. Every time you only get one chance to make a first impression, and never hold back, because they can always tell you to, quiet down or bring it down, but you'll never get the chance to, show them everything that you've got.
Right.
So that's probably.
Now,
I have a lot of other advice and tips, but we don't have time.
So, do you think, is there any way that you think that the industry has changed from when you started?
Absolutely.
things
I
that-
feel like it's a lot harder to make it now. I know several friends of mine who have been in shows and things are closing on Broadway. There's just a change. Back when I was younger, it was like the good old Oklahoma and South Pacific. It was all
And
the
to get
good.
your gun. Yeah.
Now we have this change. I feel like when Rent came around, it started this whole new contemporary feel of theater. So there's a lot of real material and real stories that are being made with musical theater now.
Yes.
And a lot of the good old apple pie stuff is just not. I mean, it's still there, but I feel like a lot of it's changing. It's changing.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely is.
Do you have a performer that you find that kind of inspired you? Actor, actress, something?
When now or when I was younger?
Well, I guess it inspired you to get into it and stuff like that. And
well, I've always loved Liza Minnelli, obviously, and Minnelli. Growing up,
cool.
the people, Bernadette Peters, the people that you saw on camera, because when you're younger, you
have television.
You have television,
and
so
movies.
it's not necessarily
and
movies. Yes, so I love the actors that are doing both, like especially nowadays when you have really legitimate actors or singers that are authentic and they sound exactly the way they do on TV or on a record in person.
Yes.
Right.
Nothing's being digitally
enhanced.
Changed.
Yep.
Yes.
And their publicist is not telling them to do something crazy because they've hit their kind of level of talent. So that's how they're being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the ones that write their own music or can play another instrument or can dance. Like if you're just one-dimensional, it can only get you so far.
Right.
Did you say or can dance or can't can?
Can. He's still hooked on
I was going
the
to say,
can.
is that my cue to lift,
Yes.
lift my feet up? Okay.
Well, speaking of dancing, we're going to take a quick break, and I have an interesting question for
And
Sarah.
I'm going to can dance when we come back.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat cats rule our fortunes, one woman will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught seafood, our Wine Spectator award-winning wine list, and soul-satisfying desserts. Bring that together with the perfect date, the winning business deal, a memorable family celebration. Welcome to Rod's Steak and Seafood Grill in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. Bring your appetite and feed your passion.
Your credit score is yours, and at Experian Credit Expert, we want to help you really use it. With access to helpful Experian experts over the phone and online, we can help you use it to get a better idea of what info the banks have on you. Use it to get more choice of mortgages. Use it to make your money go further. Take the next step to improving your financial future with your free 30-day trial at Experian.co.uk.
Here at Freppy's Tex-Mex, you can definitely taste the freshness in our food. You should definitely come to Freppy's because it's a great place. You can bring your family, very kid-friendly. All my servers are amazing, friendly people. Everyone here is just happy to serve, and I think it shows. The thing that sets us apart is the quality and freshness of our food. And I think once you try it, you'd be coming back. I'm Joe DeSario, co-owner of Freppy's Tex-Mex in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, here with my show host, Charlene Chamberlain. I did it again.
Show host, co-host. Show host, co-host.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking to Sarah before the break. We were talking about all the things that the school offers.
Can.
He was talking about the can.
I did it, honestly.
Keith did the can, but you know what? We can't really show it.
I had a big poofy dress on.
We need some lessons from Sarah.
Yeah. I kicked and fell down, so.
No, it wasn't pretty. Sarah told us that she's actually performing and choreographing for Dancing with the Cherry Hill Stars.
Yes.
That's exciting. Now, is this your second or third year?
This is my third year.
Third year.
Cherry Hill Dancing with the Stars is a fundraiser for the Cherry Hill Education Foundation, founded by Eleanor Stoffman.
Right.
She's an amazing woman, the opportunities that she's provided our public schools is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I am choreographing a couple that both teach for Cherry Hill West.
Oh, nice.
They're special education teachers.
Now you're choreographing their numbers.
Number.
Now, did they have a professional dancer and a non-professional, or are they both non-professionals?
Okay, so here's how it
Because I know it used to be a professional paired with a non-professional business person in the community,
It's
right?
supposed to be, yes.
Right.
But in their case, they opted to dance together, so I'm helping them choreograph
So they're
their
both
dance.
non-professional.
Yes.
Oh, how exciting for both of them.
They're scared to death.
I'm sure they are. Do you want to give them a shout out?
Sure, Michael and Deb. Sure.
Okay, Michael and Deb.
Yes. Don't be afraid. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. They begged me to go first so they could just get it over with. But we can't determine the order.
No.
So, and then I'm dancing in it as the professional.
Okay.
With the Cherry Hill Star is Frankie Riles. He works for the Cherry Hill Discovery Museum.
I didn't know that.
So he's
Frankie
representing
from theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's representing the Discovery Museum.
Great.
For Cherry Hill.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
And when is that event?
That is on May 3rd.
Okay.
It is sold out, so if you are interested in tickets, you have to get on a waiting list.
Right.
They sold out the fastest they've ever done in the
And that raises a lot of funds.
It does. It raises a lot of money.
Really a lot.
And where's the event at?
It's always held in the new auditorium at CherryLl West High School.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
It's the country western theme this year.
It is?
It
the
is.
whole?
Really?
Oh, they don't usually theme.
They do. Last year was Hollywood. Yeah, this
was
year's
it? Okay.
country western.
So you have to come up with a country western dance?
Yes.
And
well, it
music?
doesn't necessarily have to be that style, but you have to dance to that music.
Music, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty interesting.
So are you allowed to say?
We're actually doing a little bit of a different kind
Can
of
you
dance, but I'm not
say?
gonna
Can you say what your song is, or is that under wraps until then?
It's under wraps.
Okay.
I can say it's by Rascal Flatts.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I will be singing in it too.
Okay.
I'll be singing
Really?
Carrie Underwood's song.
Oh, nice.
Wait a minute,
That's wonderful.
you have to sing, dance, part of this performance? I've never been there before.
No. So usually, there's a lot of dancers, and to fill time and
They have
to keep
some
you
other
entertained,
performers.
so that you're not just watching it. They kind of intersperse singing and other. A lot of times they have the local high school musicians sometimes perform.
Right.
So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
pretty
community.
cool.
It's very community based. It's really a cool night out.
Cool.
Really is a lot of fun, especially if you're a big dance fan.
Yes.
And you mentioned that you're offering some free classes?
I am. So we just had our grand opening. I had a mayor ribbon cutting with Chuck Kahn last Tuesday.
And I saw the picture of Mel Zimmerman was there.
Mel Zimmerman with his business entitlement services.
Right.
Yes, he helped the ribbon cutting come to life. And then I had a little sneak peek for friends and family, and then it was open to the public on Sunday so they could see the space. And now I'm going to offer free classes all next week.
Nice. Very nice.
Just to get an idea of who we are, to see the space, to kind of get a feel for.
And how long are the classes?
Well, if you go onto my website, they're all listed on the front page. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Okay.
All the classes we'll normally offer, they're just free. So
now, is it going to be a half an hour class, or are they?
Nope,
an hour
it's going to be
class?
the full class.
Are they an hour? Your class is an hour?
All of them are an hour, except for I have 2 little kid classes that are ages 4 to 8, because I get a lot of inquiries from parents that are saying, oh, Mary loves to sing in the car. She's got a great voice. I want to get Mary voice lessons. And I'm like, well, how old is Mary? Oh, she's 5. And I'm like, oh, well, Mary shouldn't be, getting vocal lessons right now. Don't waste your money.
Right.
But if she enjoys singing, let's teach her what goes into a song. Verses, refrains, maybe some music theory, like where's middle C on the piano, things of that nature. So I have a class. It's called Sing Along Sensations, which is
I love
SAS.
it.
It's called SAS, cute. And that's for 4 to 8 year olds, and that's 45 minutes.
Yeah, because her attention span.
I love you said that. I mean, as parents, because I think. I'm a sports person, but I hear parents all the time try to force their kids into stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's going to
be
a
you're
star.
Gonna change her you're going to change her vocal?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're
That's
too
insanity.
little. They're too
Just
little.
let them have fun. It's about having fun.
Right.
It's not about the dance
good.
moms.
Right.
Yeah.
And the proper way to sing, like they're shouting in the car. We're not going to shout. We're going to sing and talk about, all that good stuff.
I used to teach a tap class for like 3 and 4 year olds, and it was pound, pound, pound once they get their shoes on.
Right.
No,
they want to make noise.
It's very, very light. This is how we do it. So
yeah. The other one's Dancing Divas. It's called.
Oh
so
my
it's
gosh,
4 to 8 year olds, and that will be all styles of dance as well, so that you're not stuck in one style.
And is that a 45-minute class?
That's 45 minutes also.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, if you want to give me your opinion, I'd be more than happy. You can go on my website or email. I'm looking into doing an all-boys class.
Interesting.
Just all boys for an hour, and doing 20 minutes of singing, 20 minutes of dancing, 20 minutes of acting, just for boys.
Great idea, because in dance, and most dance studios, there are 1 or 2 or 3 boys maximum, and they're in with all the girls.
They are.
And they must feel so self-conscious.
Probably. Yes.
But if they're in with their guys...
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and if some of them want to dance and then dabble in singing and acting, then where do you go?
Right.
Where do you go? So this will put everything together.
That's a great idea.
You know what? Honestly, but it's hard because, I think society deems it as not a masculine thing. But there's so many boys that want to dance.
Oh my God.
There really are.
And a lot of it comes out in high school. They're just like, I'm done with the peer pressure. But you know what? I think, to be a well-rounded person, you should dabble in the arts. You should teach your kids that such stuff.
Right.
Teach them about art. Teach them about ballet, sports, everything. Make them a well-balanced person.
Right.
And
I feel like if there's a class with all, like a boys class, I feel like maybe people would be more open to the fact that it's okay for your kid.
That becomes a dude thing.
It becomes
and you know what? Quite honestly, for those people that are not sports folks, a lot of football players take dance classes because they are so bulky. Like big guy like me, but I'm kind of fat though. But
awkward.
But awkward. There you go. That's my 4-year-old's word. Awkward, Dad. But they're so bulky that they take dance to kind of keep themselves limber, balance.
Core.
So you might think it's kind of corny, but it's really not.
It's great exercise, and the Russian, Russian ballet troops, Russia supports that. They support that. They support that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So that's in the works.
So tell the audience out there where they can find you, your website, everything, and so they can come check you out.
Okay. Cherry Hill Performing Arts Center. We're located at 1471 Brace Road in Cherry Hill. The website is www.cherryhillpar.com. PAC, like Performing Arts Center, all one word, .com. And do you want my phone number too?
Yes.
856-888-1117.
No stalkers, though.
That's my business line, not my personal one.
So thank you so much for coming on to Morning Coffee.
Thank you
It's
for
been a
having
lot
me.
of fun.
I appreciate it. We go way back.
We do, and good luck with Dancing with the Stars. We'll be rooting, Dancing with the Cherry Hill Stars. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
Hopefully you win.
All right.
You know, it's all good.
It's all good.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Here, we have an attractive orange and a distinguished apple. The two similar, but opposites. Theory, a wingman is needed. Or perhaps, a wing lemon. A friend to the orange and an acquaintance to the apple, the lemon brings the two opposites together. See, with a little fresh thinking, the universe can be surprisingly smooth.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Fitzpatrick's. Deli Dine for breakfast and lunch. And at night, Gourmet Dine for dinner with entrees and specialty sandwiches including certified black Angus cuts of beef and wild-caught seafood, plus catering options for specialty events. Since 1989, Fitzpatrick's, your hometown place with upscale tastes.